back on Paramount Mountain, where entertainment lives.
What is this?
It's the theme song from Halo.
Oh.
The NFL playoffs are here. Typically, betting on games can be hard, but our good friends at DraftKings Sportsbook are making it easy for you all.
That's right, Jack. DraftKings is taking care of all of its new customers for the postseason. Sign up today and you'll get 56-1 odds on any playoff team to win their game.
Place a $5 bet on the team to win their game, and if your pick is correct, you'll win $280 in free bets.
The playoffs are winding down, so make sure you take advantage of this offer while you can. It's easy. Just bet $5 and you'll win $280 in free bets if your pick hits.
Sportsbook isn't the only place that DraftKings is showing love. Everyone can play for huge cash with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest. All new customers have a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code SMOKE and get 56-1 odds on any NFL team. Bet just $5 to win $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code SMOKE at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Last time, Jack, the Super Bowl was in LA. I was 13. You were probably 17, but somehow you're only 2 grades ahead of me. Last time it took place in LA.
That was a good one.
Welcome back to What's Burning. Jack, crazy trade deadline day.
Ain't it, man?
We've had a busy day. We're about to get caught up and catch everyone else up with the latest. Man, let's start with Sixers Nets. Essentially, the Ben Simmons, James Harden deal has gone down.
Yep.
This is a part of your sketch?
That was good. See, you're supposed to just roll with it, bro.
I didn't know what was going on.
Damn.
I didn't know what's going on. Talk about this trade. Let's talk about the Sixers first.
Sixers, give me the trade.
Ben Simmons, I'm talking about Harden and the Sixers now.
I know. Who they got? I didn't hear you say it. Refresh me.
On what?
The trade.
Ben Simmons for James Harden.
That's it?
Yep.
No, that's not it.
We got Harden goes to Philly.
Yes.
Brooklyn gets Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond.
That's a big difference of what you
and
just said.
2 first-round picks.
And Philly getting Millsap.
Philly gets Millsap as well.
All bullshit aside, bro, James is one of the best scorers we've ever seen. I just want to see how it's going to work defensively for him. Obviously, we know defense wins championships, and the Nets got way better at defense in this trade. That's why I think they won this trade. Having Ben Simmons, having Seth Curry, 2 guys that play defense, that take pride in it. I think this team has definitely got better in the trade, and when they get healthy, they're really going to get problems. I know a lot of people have been talking about everything that's been going on there, but trading James, getting that done, that's a lot of talk gone right there. So now they can just focus on getting this team back together. So I think Brooklyn won this trade, but I'm still interested to see how the Philly going to pan out.
I like the trade for both sides, to be honest with you. It's crazy the fact that this trade even happened with James Harden, considering he played 70 games in 2 years there. That big three only played, 15 or 16 games together.
Yeah.
So we never really got to see what they could have been. And everyone thought they could have been great. You know, this might go down as one of the biggest busts in a while. You know what I mean? Because they gave up a lot to get James Harden. You know, you think Jared Allen, who possibly could have been an all-star this year, playing great for Cleveland.
He ended up getting 100.
Charis Levert is now in Cleveland with him, and we know what kind of player he is. Torian Prince is doing his thing. There may be a couple other pieces, but they gave up a lot to get James.
3 first-round picks.
And 3 first-round picks. And we never really got to see that big 3 bump, so that's crazy. But I really like, obviously, the Harden and Embiid combo. Thibault is their defensive guy out there. Maxey is a young up-and-coming. Thibault?
Yeah.
Real good, all defensive caliber defensive player. So I like what they're doing over there. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a duo, man, coming downhill with James Harden and Embiid, 2 of the versatile players at their positions we have. But again, I agree with you. I really like the Brooklyn side. Outside of the 2 first-round draft picks, you add depth with Andre Drummond. You were able to add Seth Curry, someone who's battle-tested, plays both sides of the ball and one of the highest percentage-wise shooters we have in the game. And then Ben Simmons, is surrounded by shooters, and there's no pressure on him to be a scorer if he doesn't want to be. So anything he adds on the offensive, again, as far as points, is going to be a bonus. And he's first team all defense. Long as a motherfucker, KD plays defense. So this team definitely got better on defense, and I think it's definitely going to help them in the long run post All-Star. Next up, Charis Levert to the Cavs for next to nothing. He reconnects with Jared Allen, this young, up-and-coming Cleveland Cavalier team. Thoughts on that pickup?
I think this kid has showed a lot of upside. He's been through a lot with injuries, surgery. Again, didn't pan out how it was supposed to in Indiana, but we all know what he can do. I think a lot of times when you got guys like this, I think I've been this guy before, I just needed a different environment. It wasn't if I could play, you know what I mean? I just needed a different environment, a new start. He was with a young team and some familiar players. I think this is a great trade for him, and the way this team is going, he's going to help them for sure.
How do you view the Cavs now? Levert, Garland, who's an all-star, Mobley, who's possibly Rookie of the Year, Allen, a $100 million man in the middle. Kevin Love has had a resurgence in his career. Markkanen, Osman, Rondo's veteran leadership, and Okoro. Sexton has probably seen his last days there. But this is a very young, talented core. I see them being a tough out in the playoffs and possibly even sneaking into the second round.
I have to agree with that. I mean, these is one of them teams scary like we were. You can't really predict them because this is a new team.
You can get it from anywhere.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know. They don't really have an identity yet. This is a whole bunch of young, talented kids that's out there playing basketball.
Playing
so
hard.
It's hard to prepare for that.
Playing hard. You can get hit from several different weapons. Next up, Porzingis heads to D.C. in a package centered around Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans, who's one of the best shooters in the game, and a second-round pick. Basically, Dinwiddie's insurance in case Brunson hits the free agent markets this summer. To me, he's the best backup point guard in the game. He's probably going to get some real money thrown at him, so I think that's what Dinwiddie was for. Bertans adds some desperate shooting they need. Solid move for Dallas. Do you feel like this is going to help them do whatever they're trying to accomplish in the Western Conference?
Man, Porzingis. Like I did that, huh? Porzingis. He just can't get right, bro.
Can't.
I mean, he just can't get right. And I don't mean he got the body, got the game, I'm talking about expectations, he just can't stay healthy. But at the same time, he's been in situations to actually produce, especially in Dallas. They gave him a chance, even though, Rick Carlisle said he wasn't the guy. You know what I'm saying? They still gave him a chance this year. But I think some kind of way he got to start figuring himself out now. A year or two, if he keep going the way he's going to be out the league. And it was smart of Dallas to make room to get money for Brunson, because he deserves a big contract. He's a big part of that team. And I think if when it come down to it, I think Luka going to stand up for him. That's a great backup. That's a great sidekick to have.
Dog.
You know what I mean? Yeah, dog. And his basketball IQ is high.
Good call. Celtics bring in Derek White and for Josh Richardson. Trade Schroeder and Cantor for Fernando to Houston for Tice. Celtics have been playing well since the New Year's, their second best record in the East since then. I've always said this is a really talented team. For some reason, they can't get right as a team either. Thoughts on this move, and will this help them do anything in the Eastern Conference?
Getting rid of Schroeder and all that was just, until they don't have to pay them. Cantor, I don't think he really want to play basketball. He's been getting bounced around a lot. Good rebounder, but I think the Celtics just unloading everybody that had nothing to do with them being on this winning streak in the beginning of this year. You know what I mean? And making room for to get prepared for the playoffs. You know what I mean? Get a couple free agents or something. So they trying to figure it out. It was a great move by them because, like you said, they have been rolling and they have been struggling. So to get to this point where they're rolling, they want to stay that way. And everybody that's not on board got shipped off.
A move I like. Obviously, LaMelo Ball and Bridges is, to me, must-watch TV. It's a really fun, young team. They picked up a dog in Montrezl Harrell that's going to help them on the front court. Nasty, dirty dog, just what we love. How do you feel this impacts Charlotte's run in the second half of the season into the playoffs?
I think Charlotte won the draft that's the trade deadline besides Brooklyn because they need that. They got a whole bunch of great young stars, right? All of them starting to blossom. They needed somebody tough, physical, that's going to go and rebound and that can score. And him and Rozier was college teammates. So them being back together with Melo, and Bridges playing like he playing, hey man, I like this. They gonna shock some teams. them in Cleveland, bro, they're going to give some teams some problems, especially when they all come together.
I love Harold. He's like a little brother, and I think
Yep.
it's in between the ears for him
Sure
because
is.
he's too talented not to be like a real centerpiece on a team. Not obviously someone you build around, but an integral part of the team. And I think in Charlotte he could be that.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some years under his belt now, and he's a monster. I think if he can, come back off, like the season he had with the Clippers, I think he could be like a 16 to 18 point a game guy, 8 rebounds, and really just bring that edge that any team can need. So this could be a big move for his career in that franchise. I really like the toughness he brings. Kings, Pistons, Bucks, 3-way trade. Bucks bring in Ibaka. I think that's just in case Brook Lopez doesn't pan out, so he's adding depth in the front court there. I like that. Marvin Bagley finds a new home. I think he needed a fresh start over in Detroit. DiVincenzo heads to the Sacramento Kings. Thoughts on all these guys finding new homes? And who do you like out of that move? Who do you think is going to help a team the most?
Pistons, Kings, Bucks, worth talking about. I don't even want to talk about them. Bucks got Ibaka, Serge Ibaka.
That's how you gonna do the team I work for?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you work for them. Hey, they're trash. Pistons, I don't even want to talk about these teams. Let's talk about the Bucks, what really matters. Serge Ibaka is a big part of that team. Yeah, he was hurt with the Clippers, and he didn't pan out how they wanted him to. But having him there, another mean motherfucker, another guy that can stretch the floor, another guy that's going to take a lot of pressure off the motherfuckers talking shit for Greek Freak. I think that's a great move by Bud bringing him in there. And you know what? This might be a resurgence for him. He might go there and go back to the Ibaka that we all knew.
Needs to be healthy.
Yeah, I think that's worth talking about. But I would give your Kings some props. Having Sabonis, what y'all going to do with him? Mm-hmm. He going to play good. He balled out his first game. What y'all going to put around him? Obviously, y'all say Fox is y'all guy. Y'all sticking with him. So what's next since you work for him?
I think they were active at the trade deadline. I like what they did. This is going to take a while. I feel like the Kings need to identify themselves as what type of team are we going to be. And I think, the GM has a vision of that now. To trade Halliburton it shocked the league. But I think it was more of an emotional situation and a what if. We don't know what Halliburton's going to be. He's improved every single year. Someone who was loved by the city and the team. So if a GM has enough balls to trade him, he has a vision. So we're going to see what that vision is. They brought in some nice pieces. I still think they could have moved some pieces around to help improve the team, but they did what they did. So we're going to have to see now. Like you said, the keys are in De'Aaron Fox's hands. I feel like he needs to improve in a few areas outside of scoring. He's one of the best young guards, but I feel like he needs to work on being a leader, being more vocal out there. He needs to work on being a playmaker because you got Sabonis now as a 20-10 and 5 guy to work with. Obviously, his shot is a work in progress, but then also play defense. He's one of the fastest guys in the league, so defense is just a mindset. If he really wants to play defense, he could probably lead the league in steals and really be a lockdown defender with Davion Mitchell out there. So it's going to be a long, it's a process for the Kings. They've wanted a good situation for a while, and it looks like it's heading in that direction. So we shall have to see.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Man, it's been a walk for them for a while.
I'm trying to tell you, speed walking.
Speed walking, with weights in their hands.
Speed walking to Tibet.
Yeah. Stupid. Man, C.J. McCollum, they parted ways.
Oh, man.
He ends up in New Orleans. First, let's talk about New Orleans. If Zion can get healthy with Brandon Ingram and C.J. McCollum, West is tough. You see any action? Or our man Willie Green is over there coaching. Shout out Willie Green. You've been handed almost an impossible situation, but you're keeping your head above water. Do you see anything happening over there in New Orleans?
Shout out Willie Green, of course. That's our brother. I think they're gonna have to close down Bourbon Street and all the restaurants for Zion for about 6 months, so he can get back in shape. As long as the restaurants and the weather's nice in New Orleans, he ain't gonna get in shape. I just don't see it happening. And the only thing probably can happen is they switch the contract and let him play for the Saints. But C.J. McCullough.
What's wrong with you, dude?
No, C.J. McCullough.
What position for the Saints?
Probably D tackle. I can see him being an Aaron Donald type.
Ooh, he'll be a monster.
Yeah, Aaron Donald type. But C.J. all bullshit aside, C.J. McCullough, I feel sorry for him, dog. He went from sugar to shit. Get to New Orleans, nobody cares about winning there. Your best player is, hurt. You got a great young coach who has the drive and the education of basketball, the smarts to get his team going. Well, we don't have no team. I think got some pieces with Ingram. I like Ingram, you know what I mean?
Love
But they
Ingram.
still trade, they just traded Josh Hart. So we don't know the direction this team going, you know what I mean? And I don't think that McCollum is going to be the guy. I don't think he wants to be there full time. I think he's trying to get out of there ASAP.
Yeah, have a good year, kill, and get it nice.
Shout out McCollum, man. CJ, man, I hate you got to go through it. I went through it when I went to Milwaukee, and I hate being in the trash can, man, but we all experience it. And some kind of way, you just got to work hard to get out the trash can and dust yourself off. And don't go back in there.
Don't go back in there. Speaking of directions, where is Portland going from here? Obviously, we reached the ceiling with the Dame and CJ run, had a great run. They're unloading and they have a lot of salary cap space, but this year's free agent market isn't too heavy. To me, I think the top free agent is Bradley Beal, but he's having wrist surgery. Are they making one last run with Dame? Do they need to free Dame? Sometimes loyalty can bite you in the ass at this point because I think he's given everything he possibly can, and I don't feel like this team has really gotten better in the last 4 years.
You're absolutely right. They haven't gotten better. And I'm going to use the term, all my hustlers out there that's in the street, y'all going to love this one. This one is for you. Portland is hustling backwards. That's what you're doing, Portland. You're hustling backwards. Y'all, what the fuck, bro? Come on, man. Y'all went from bringing players in with Dame to trying to help them win to Dame's trying to be lawyered out. He go publicly and say he don't want to get it. Now you trade his best friend. I don't know, bro. I mean, Dame has done everything he could do there, bro. Everything. Said the right things, did the right things, hit the big shots.
Stayed down.
Yeah, gave him shout outs in his album, all kind of shit. And y'all won't put the people around him to win games. So, Dame, brother, if you listening to me, I know you a real one and you trying to stand on your pivot. But you know what hustling backwards look like.
From the Bay.
And that's what you're doing, fam.
Preach. Come sit on this purple couch with us. Let's talk.
Yeah, we negotiate something.
Lakers, Knicks do nothing at the deadline. Want to watch the buyout market, but we both know the buyout market is normally older players. For the Lakers' sake, that's kind of adding more older players to what the oldest team in the NBA, right? Thoughts on their activity?
The Lakers and the Knicks, Ghosts and the Raptors pissed off right now. They just up there like, we didn't put all these bands and this is what we got to watch? Like, this is piss poor, okay? That's piss poor what the Lakers and Knicks are doing. The Knicks had, they thought Rondo was the guy. I knew he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He's a good six man to me, or maybe a power, or, he's just not a star. He's not a guy that's going to get your team to the next level. And with the Lakers, it's hard to watch, all that, even how much we love Russ, but it's hard to watch. But I don't know why, but I'm just like everybody else. Some type of way they going to figure it out. When you got DeCane, K-A-N-G, when you got DeCane and you got Anthony Davis over there, you know what I'm saying? You just want to believe in them, because these guys are so good. But, man, I really think, like I said, man, the Raptors are right now, they sitting up there drinking beers, pissed off at what they watching right now in Madison Square Garden and in Crypto Arena?
Staples Center.
The home that Kobe built.
There we go. That's better. Next up on the radar, presented by DraftKings, Super Bowl 56 this weekend. LA is popping out here right now.
Ain't it, man?
Stak, who you liking this matchup? Man. Rams are favored by 4.5. Who you got this game? You're wearing Rams colors, and it really goes against your Creo. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I'm going with my guys. I'm an LSU fan. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. Chase Burrow, let's do this thing again. Let's get this championship again. And we gonna grit it, and we gonna grit it, and we gonna grit it all on the Rams. You did.
Okay, so what we betting in? Because I got the Rams.
I don't gamble.
What about some push-ups?
I'll definitely bet push-ups.
Okay, so we got 20 push-ups on the game.
On the game, bet.
On camera.
On camera.
I think I like the Bengals. Obviously my team was the Niners. The Rams knocked them out, so normally you want to lose. If you have to lose, you want to lose to the champs. I like the Rams too, just the Niners in my squad. I feel like it's going to come down to, can the Bengals offensive line give Burrow enough time to throw?
Ain't nobody in the world.
I mean, as resilient he is, the Titans slacked him, 8 or 9 times in one game, and they didn't have the D-line that the Rams got. Right. The Rams got some animals on that D-line.
They got the best animals.
The animals.
Yeah, the best animals.
I'm looking forward to the Ramsey and Chase.
They going to go at it.
That's going to be a beautiful matchup, man. The energy is electric in L.A. right now, man. This is going to be a fun one. Can't wait to see it.
That's a good one.
So let's walk through some of the bets that are going on. They got some crazy bets, but we're going to run through some of them. Color of Gatorade poured on by the winning coach. They be betting on anything. Orange is plus 300. Yellow/green, we know that color, plus 350. The blue, 400. Red, plus 1,200. Purple, plus 1,400. Before you say anything, what's your favorite color Gatorade?
Orange.
The orange one?
Yeah. Orange.
That one.
Yeah, the orange.
So again, we betting on anything. Next lineup, jersey number of the first touchdown scored.
Ooh.
So 23.5 is minus 140, and over 23.5 is plus 110. So most likely they're thinking a lower number guy is going to score that first touchdown.
Yeah, because most of the receivers have lower numbers, and Chase normally scores a touchdown against on everybody. So Jalen Ramsey, he might be you
and
first.
they go to Odell early too, so it could be Odell from the Rams. So yeah, so okay, another bet. What else we got? First score. They got everything. Mr. Cooper Kupp at plus 500. Joe Mixon at plus 750. Cam Akers at plus 750. Jamar Chase plus 800. And then Odell Beckham plus 900. Jack, if you were a betting man, what of those bets would you take?
I'm going Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
He's been killing all year. I mean, if I had to bet, I'm going to make it. As much as I'm a fan of Chase and Odell, Cooper Kupp been killing the most catches this year, the best receiver in the league. I got to go with him.
Not mad at that. This one I really like, and I think this is really a no-brainer, so you can really throw your money on this one if you're a bettor. Rams total sacks over or under 3.5 is plus 105. Under 3.5, minus 135. Like I said before, their O-line gave up 9 sacks to the Titans.
Right.
They don't have the type of O-line that the Rams have, so I'm easily taking the over on this one.
Yes, sir.
Steven Jesse Jackson.
You got it.
Closing thoughts. Last time, Jack, the Super Bowl was in L.A. I was 13. You were probably 17, but somehow you're only 2 grades ahead of me. Last time it took place in L.A.
That was a good one.
Ended up being the most significant Super Bowl in the history of hip-hop because the one and only Michael Jackson performed.
No, because the Cowboys was in it. Quit playing.
Cowboys beat the Bills.
Beat the shit out of them.
They did, got the ring. But, I bring up Michael Jackson because, this year's Super Bowl lineup is crazy. They got the Queen, Mary J., our brother and friend of the program, the Dogfather himself, Snoop, Eminem, Kendrick, Dre. 50's in town. He was supposed to come to the show, but I'm sure he's going to pop up on stage with one of them 3.
Shout out 5-0.
One of them 4. 5, we need you. Thoughts on just that Super Bowl lineup?
Man, that's going to be crazy.
It's almost like an HBCU situation where the halftime's going to be just as popping as the game. The game's going to be popping.
Yeah, I think
but the halftime going to be just as popping.
It's going to be one of the best halftimes performances ever. I'm just wondering what songs they're going to do. You know how you got to be discreet and you got to, censor. So I'm wondering what songs they're going to do to make it what we expect from Dr. Dre and Death Row
What
Records.
we need it to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of 93, I want to pivot back a little bit. 93 was a good year, man. Doggy Style had just dropped, Snoop's debut album. Pac had released Strictly for My Niggas. Menace to Society and Poetic Justice were both in the air. And I say all that to say it's kind of come full circle for our brother Snoop. Now he's the owner of Death Row Records. So we definitely want to shout him out.
Shout out
Congratulations.
Snoop. I texted him.
Did you?
Yeah, told him I
He
need a
invited
job.
us. He invited us. He said that he sent the invite to the album release party this weekend, but you're going home and I'm going to Portland.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you, our brother. Congratulations again, a historical movement in hip-hop.
93.
In Black Future Month. Man, continue to raise the bar. It's pretty dope, man.
What you was doing in 93?
Man, I was 13, so.
What you was jamming in 93, you remember?
Yeah, all West Coast music.
Yeah.
I didn't have no money, so I had to listen to what was on the radio.
The reason why Men's Society was big for us, it was not just big for the movie, but it was a song that we grew up to called Pocket Full of Stones, and it got on the soundtrack. And that was big for the little small city in Port Arthur, Texas, to have our Pimp C and Bun be on the Men's Society. You know how big that movie was?
Huge.
And to have Pocket Full of Stones, a song that we idolized and grew up to and listened to all the time on that soundtrack was big for Texas
That's
in
dope.
93.
Big time. Well, man, that's a wrap. What's Burning? You can catch us on Showtime every week on Showtime Basketball YouTube.
And on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Show Basketball, y'all. Peace.
Back on Paramount Mountain, where entertainment lives.
It's the theme song from Halo.